Okay, well, hello, my beautiful souls. Catherine Hidalgo here, your friendly, intuitive catalyst conduit, here with my promised first free reading, Shamanic, intuitive Shamanic Tarot readings on Friday. This is the first Friday. I just want to share something. I hear this thing in both ears. And it's this. This lovely woman by the name of Sandra Pelly. She runs the Empowering Extravaganza, which I understand is off the charts. Now, I have signed up to her free Facebook page. And looking at it, just going through because I have missed quite a few of the free soulful calls. And I was scrolling through it, and what I discovered was one about the inner child. And it gave the categories that you could use, that we could use, that anyone could use to identify where we as adults have issues with our inner child. And one for me that popped was lack of trust. Hello, my first viewer to the free calls. The other one that popped for me, I'm talking about the inner child experiences that we experience as adults, and my experience, in fact, from Sandra Pelly's Empowering Facebook page. I never remember the second half of it. And the part that got to me really was when I looked down the list and I realized because of abuse in my very young, my inner child personality attracts people who don't see me and don't support me. I have noticed this as an adult. I work my ass off in everything that I do, everywhere that I go, and I'm never appreciated for it. That made me feel so sad. So I just wanted to share that one little tidbit. Drop your questions, people. Go ahead and drop your questions. And so I just had to share that because I wanted to come on earlier. But what I'm going to do is, of course, when I'm finished with this, hello Tracy Donovan, post your question and Dream Dust will respond. Dream Dust is a shamanic tarot deck created by Sue Kovacs. It is just a tool. It's an intuitive tool. It sharpens one's intuition. Dream Dust and I are very good friends. And so basically, I just wanted to, I intend to go back to this, and when I'm finished here, and go through this thing on Sandra Pelly's Facebook page, the Soulful Call, to work through this terrible feeling that I always have of being unappreciated and not seen, because I work very hard and it brings me to tears. Oh God. So now we have a jackass on already. Um, what is this? What is this? It bugs me, you know. It bugs me. But anyway, Tracy, just ignore this person and he will eventually be blocked. So, what question do you have, Tracy? Drop in your question, my dear, and I shall be very pleased to respond. Any card. Okay, all right. So, what does Tracy need to know right now for her highest good? Oh my. Oh God, this is one of my absolute favorite cards. It's the Wind Horse card. The wind in Dream Dust is all about the thoughts. It's all about thoughts. You know, when you have too many thoughts, I call that mental flatulence, basically. You know, mental farting. But this is such a beauty. This wind horse, this rainbow of colors, basically. Let me make sure I hold it quite close to the screen because I was trying to do this on my laptop, but for some reason I got it repaired and the camera isn't working properly. And wind horse talks about someone who is ambitious, opinionated, and full of life. One who is determined to win. However, be mindful of others as you charge ahead in a colorful blaze. But what really pops for me here, Tracy, is this beautiful, beautiful orange. Right where my finger is, oh, this beautiful orange. And it is telling me that you really need to ramp up your creativity. You are very creative in some area. I just heard painting. Um, is that accurate? Let me know. But there is some, you are extremely creative. You want to move ahead, you intend to move ahead. Yes, right now there are a few clouds on the horizon. Pay it no attention. Why? Because clouds are transitory. Girl, they are going to pass. They are going to pass. The breeze, the wind is going to blow them away, and nothing can stop you from moving ahead. I was going to say charging ahead. Don't let anyone stand in your way. However, just remember that there are many human beings who do not like change. There may be people around you in your environment, whether it's at home, whether it's in your office, or in whatever type of work that you do. And what is going to happen is they actually may try to hold you back by giving you negative opinions about what you want to do. Consequently, I strongly suggest that whatever plans you have for the future, for the immediate future, you only discuss it with people who support you, no one else, and show them how good, how great you are. This is absolutely a beautiful card. You do need to communicate, however. You must use your communication um, skills. You don't communicate, for such a creative person, you don't communicate enough to let people know how you feel, to tell people off, to share your opinion about things that way. Oh, hello, Sandra Pelly. I was just talking about you. Sandra, put your name, put the name of your Facebook page on here, please, because I began by talking about the soulful calls that you do, and um, I was scrolling through them because I always tend to miss them for some reason. And as I scrolled through them, I came upon one about the inner child and listing the 4 categories um, of that inner child and our woes. And I just finished saying, in fact, that the one that got to me, Sandra, were 2 aspects. The trust issue, which, okay, I understand that being coming from where I came from. But the other one, Sandra, that really got to me was the category, was abandonment, where I saw that I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel seen. And because as I was saying, that's right, the Sandini, yes. Everybody, make sure and check out this fantastic human being. Absolutely. Yes, there it is, there it is, there it is. So I have to go back, Sandra, and look at that, listen to that soulful call with the inner child. Because this has been coming up because I work in this halfway house, or this residence for drug addicts, and I work really hard. I'm really good. I even cook. I even learned to cook. different things, but I realize I also have a talent for that. And I put my all into it because I don't like the kitchen. And it's never, nothing I do is ever appreciated, it's taken for granted. Yes. Don't call me Shirley T-shirts. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you, Tracy, I didn't forget you, Tracy. I tend to go off there, but I had to tell this, to share this with Sandra. And this magnificent card. So you do need to communicate your wants, needs, and desires, Tracy. And most importantly, Tracy, you need to understand that nobody is going to know what you want if you don't say it. So be careful of those toes that you may step on in your ambitious drive to get ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. Just be careful. You may have to turn back and ask that someone for a favor. But for the rest, let it go. Okay. All right. Fantastic. I just finished talking about you, Sandra, and you came on. So, would you like to have a reading? This is my first Friday. I'm a bit late. I wanted to come on at 4 Eastern, but there was a big thing about the COVID. I don't normally listen to any information about COVID. I know what I need to know, and I know why COVID is, I understand why COVID is here. Um, but this is important because this wayward and undisciplined population in Trinidad and Tobago, they are, who, me? Oh, wow. Oh, thank you. But I had to listen today because I felt something on my way here because I'm down at my mother's. I felt something on the way there, seeing too many people congregating outside. And this country was number one in the way. You're very, very welcome, Tracy. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I love me too, you know, which is why I realize that I do have to go back to that soulful thing because this thing that came up and it really hurts where I work so hard. I do so much just because it's part of me and it's not appreciated. But I have said it. I have said it on a few occasions. I've said it in meetings to these individuals. But on the other hand, I realize that they are incapable of seeing me. One, because they are drug addicts recovering. But the manager, she has been trying to take advantage of me, of not of me, but what I do because, and I brought it to her attention by saying that, uh, saying exactly this. And you know what her response was? Let me just reply to Stacy. Her response was, "But Catherine, you are so talented in everything you do. You can do everything in every particular area. I've never met anyone like you." And I say, well, okay, that's who I am. I put my all into whatever I do. But anyway, and while you're on Sandra, I checked for that email for the 25-minute free writing, and I don't have it, not even in my trash. So I decided I would look into the email thread where we communicated about it a while back and see if I find it. Okay, Miss Pele of Pele's Castle. I love what you're doing. I love, no, it's not just that I love what you're doing and you are experiencing your passion. I also, okay, thanks. I also love that you are, that you have expanded so much and that you are literally living your dream, which is going to get bigger. That's what I just heard. Which is going to get bigger. It's going to expand. So that is fantastic. All right. So right now, what does Sandra need to know for her highest good? Let's see what Dream Dust has to say. I don't know if Dragon is good. Oh my God! I don't know if Dragon is gonna come in, and I just picked this up, and I got the same card for you, Sandra. Wind Horse. That's amazing. This is I think one of the most beautiful cards, but there's another one for you as well, and the other one is Nine of Earth. which confirms actually what I was just saying about you. Uh, and before I do that, me too, me too. And Dragon wishes to speak to you about this. Actually, Dragon wants to speak to you about you. Dear one, continue on your route, on your path. Speed ahead, move ahead. Ignore all obstacles in your path. Consider them pebbles. They cannot hinder you. They cannot block you. The current situation that you are dealing with right now is simply a piece of straw. Consider it chaff that the wind will blow away. It is of no importance. You, being human, believe that it is important. It is not. Control your emotions. Deal with your feelings. Write. You know how to do this. You do this every day. You do this many times a day. Write it out. Do not let it impinge so much, too much on your consciousness. It is not necessary. We are here with you. It is true that you do not speak to us very often, but we are there with you. We walk alongside you. We are part of the guidance that you are receiving. You do not need to see us. What we need to tell you is move ahead, race ahead, speed ahead. You are a magnificent child and we love you. This card is you. This card is what you are about. As this one has said, you don't ride that mountain, you glide along the path. You feel as if you are flying. That is who you are. You are finally stepping into who you are, and we shall assist you in remaining there. This card, this card is signifying that you are at the end of a cycle. Your path is straight and clear. Aim for the horizon. We have a magnificent surprise that is awaiting you. We do not want to speak it right now, but you will see it and you will hear about it. And that is what we wanted to share with you. All is golden. You are the rainbow. The rainbow will envelop you. It will encircle you. It will carry you and transport you, young Sandra, where you need to go. Okay, Sandra, that was your message from these two cards. Hello, Steve Colon. Do you have a particular question? I would love to answer, or maybe Dragon will answer. Let's hear. Let me know. All right? Or do you just want Steve a regular, a general reading? Which would be perfectly fine. Which would be perfectly fine. Okay, so I hope that resonated, Sandra, because I heard myself speaking. I have no idea what they were talking about. Okay, General. All right, Steve. All right, Stephen. Sorry, Stephen. So, um, what does Stephen need to know for his highest good? I get this, a beautiful card. It always reminds me of pixies or fairies. Always. You are all heart. Some people admire you for it. Some people believe that you are far too soft. Some people believe that you are not steady enough. Some people may also believe that you are sort of, a fly by night, that you are not dependable. Stephen, ignore all of this. You are who you are, and you are very, very connected with your heart feelings, and this is a magnificent way to be. You are one who follows their heart, and it is important that you continue this way. You will manifest what you desire. I would suggest, however, that you go on a vision quest. You sit, you focus, you meditate. on exactly what is it, this desire that you are feeling right now, and you envision it. Particularly, let's be logical and practical here, particularly if you're in a lockdown state, you vision it mentally and you move forward. You allow yourself to remain open, and you will see all the signposts on the path. The green in this card is also all about heart. The big red heart is yours. But it doesn't mean that you are weak. There are very ignorant people who believe that this is not true at all, and you know this. The green is all about heart, which is perfectly fine. That is the color of the heart chakra. Right where my finger is, I see a witch or a wizard. I'm seeing a tall, pointy hat. This is someone, Stephen, who a guide. This is a guide who awaits you on your vision quest. Not only that, Stephen, I see an owl as well. See the owl's face right here? The owl is wisdom. I don't know if you know anything about owl, but owls see at night. They have this sharper vision. Infrared vision is what I hear. I'll tap into the owl for its wisdom. It will guide you. Look out for owls, in fact. Start paying attention to where you see owls. And then, as soon as you see one, ask yourself, what were you thinking right then? Because that owl is pointing you in the right direction. Excellent, excellent. Um, However, what you do have to do is remain grounded as you reach for this magnificent star. There is beauty, incredible beauty that awaits you, and there is a dolphin as well. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness. And he is so looking forward to speaking with you. He will, and it is a he will come to you in a vision. He will come to you in a vision. He will come to speak with you. He will sing to you. He will sing with you. He will sing for you. And you, my dear lovely Stephen, will understand intuitively the message. Thank you, Sandra. I assume that is Sandra. You will understand the message, Stephen, that he is bringing to you. You have, I don't know if you have ever connected. I suggest you look up the meaning of owl and dolphin. What I can tell you is, I'm not going to give you any particular site, but what I can tell you is, Stephen, that you are very intuitive because you are connected with your heart. You are very intuitive, but you need to guard your heart as well. Consequently, I strongly suggest that you do an energy exercise to protect. Okay, Sandra, thanks. You do an energy exercise. Find Prune Harris on YouTube. She sees energy. And hi, Sandra Chamberlain. She sees energy and she shares different energy techniques. So find one where you can ground yourself into your heart, and at the same time, I can share it with you now, but I think it will take too long. Okay? All right, beautiful. So Stephen, you are good to go. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. Just remember to do your grounding exercises every day while you reach for the stars as you go on your vision quest. Ground yourself. It is absolutely important. Okay? All right. Beautiful. Excellent, excellent. I love it. Okay, so Sandra, um, Sandra, my dear, do you have a question? Let me know. If not, I will give you a general reading. Okay? Let me know if that's all right. All right. And Everyone who I don't know here or who hasn't friended me, please go ahead and friend me. That way you will receive notices when I am, at the time I'm on Fridays to do the free readings. Because on any other time that I'm on, the readings will be paid. Okay? Um, I'm an intuitive catalyst conduit. I do shamanic tarot readings with this magnificent deck created by Sue Kovacs. It's a shamanic tarot deck, and it sharpens one's intuition. And I have always been very intuitive, along other things. But in addition to which, I take people on vision quests, on journeys to their home planet or star of origin. And I do other readings. I do other readings as well. I take you to your start chakra where you would meet your guides. Excellent. All right, Sandra. So Sandra Chamberlain. So we will get on it. I also do readings as one final thing where I take you into, say I choose a card for you based on the question that you have not told me. I will choose the card as a response and then guide you into the card for the guide to give you the reading. All right, so what does Sandra need to know right now for her highest good? Let me just shuffle the cards because I like to make sure. I don't want anyone to think that they are getting the same card. That was very unusual though. Okay, what does Sandra Chamberlain need to know for her highest good? My dear, you are at a crossroads. You are going to have a decision to make. Two of fire is the card. You are ablaze with creativity, my dear. But you are not grounded. You are not very grounded. And this is something that you need to work on. You have decisions to make. You have challenges. There are challenges that you are facing, and you must make a decision. You are at a crossroad, and the decision that you make is going to. You have to get off the beaten path, basically. Dreamda says this is two of fire. Dreamda says this is about decisions, exploration, getting off the beaten path to find greater creative insight. It is finding new ways to grow your soul. However, my dear, despite the COVID, this is the second time I've used it, the term, I see an airplane, I see a jet, which tells me that travel of some kind is in the offing for you, Sandra Chamberlain. And I'm saying Sandra Chamberlain because there's another Sandra on here. Intuition. You don't pay much attention to your intuition at times, and that doesn't make sense because you're a very sharp cookie. Pay more attention to it. It's that soft, positive voice that you hear. It's the voice that gives you answers that sometimes you ignore. This purple speaks of your intuition. This teal blue is all about communication. The blues in here they are different shades of blue, but they're blue. It's all about communication, baby girl. And you need to do more of that as well. My eyes look funny, don't they? Almost as if I'm sleeping. But I'm not sleeping, I'm very awake. Oh, Dragon wishes to tell you something, Sandra Chamberlain. Because I channel dragons as well, because dragon, I am speaker for all dragons. And apparently in eons past, I was, and they have made me their speaker once again in this life. Young Sandra, it is important that you heed this message. The decision, we will not speak of what that decision is about. We know it, but we shall not speak of it. The decision that you make will change your life in a very radical way. Think, ponder, take your time, young one. Take your time. Do not be hasty. You do have a tendency to be hasty, particularly when you become annoyed, you get fed up, and you just want to sweep everything away and I'm just going to do this and I don't care. In this particular case, this is not the right attitude for you. Consequently, meditate. Take some time. Sit back. Rock back. Yes, we know all of these terms. Relax. Relax. Oh, it's wonderful that you love dragons. We see you, we hear you, we speak with you at times, and yet, you hear us not. Why is that? Why is that, young Sandra? But never mind. We are here to tell you that it is important to pay attention to this message that we are giving you right now. Don't be hasty this time around. You are at a very significant crossroad in your life, and you have all the guidance that you need to make the decision, and we are here to assist you in moving forward once that decision is made. You must make it of your own free will, even though we already know what that decision is. That's it, Sandra, my dear. Okay. All right. So I hope that answered your question. However, there's another card that is significant for you as well, Sandra Chamberlain, and and this is the Wisdom Keeper. You may not believe in yourself enough, my beautiful lady. However, you share so much wisdom with other people, and they not only admire you for it, but they depend on you for it. But this is also typical of who you are. Notice the red. You must ground yourself. You must ground yourself. When you ground yourself, see the points? When you ground yourself, you will be able to pierce through that dark cloud that's flowing over your head at the moment. The Wisdom Keeper is a major arcana card in the Dream Dust deck. And the Wisdom Keeper is asking you, what belief systems do you hold? How are they driving your life? Because they are driving your life, my dear. And that is the problem. Because you are hearing thoughts. You are hearing thoughts that have nothing to do with who you are right now. You are living things that have nothing to do with you right now. And that is why you believe that you do not have any confidence in yourself. That is an old belief linked to your inner child. I would strongly urge you to sign up to it's a free Facebook page for one purpose only. Sign up to the Sandini. I asked her to list it here. Sign up to the Sandini page because she has soulful power calls. I think it's weekly, and one will resonate with you. That is the only reason that I want you to sign up. It is going to change your life. Don't ask me where that came from. That just came. Because the Wisdom Keeper is number 5. Number 5 is all about change. Expect changes in your life. Open your arms wide to embrace the changes that are coming to your life. You see that, Sandra Chamberlain? Sandra the Sandini says, yes, soulful power calls every Tuesday. You have to follow your own beliefs. It took me a long time to get here. I don't give a fuck anymore. It took me a long time to get here because I did try. Because of the way I grew up, I did try to fit in. I tried for 7 years. It didn't work. I wore suits. I did everything. I tried to participate in cliques when I worked in a particular place. It didn't work. They still didn't like me. My character didn't fit because I didn't fit. Because I was trying to fit in and play a role, and the role did not suit me. And this was in my 20s, up to 30 or so. I had to follow my own road. It's a hard road. It's a friendless road until you meet people who are in sync with what you do and who share similar likes, who share similar beliefs. That's also another reason to join a group like the Sandini with Sandra Pelly, because you will begin to meet others who, and it's a free group by the way, you will begin to meet others who have similar likes as you do, and things will progress from there. Because I still have very few little trust in people, but I trust Sandra Pelly and others in that group. So I'm just saying, okay, baby girl. So I hope that helped. So pay, and you have to live by your own rules. That I live by them now. You have to become your own authority. This is what the wisdom keeper is telling you, my dear Sandra Chamberlain. You gotta be your. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what other people believe about you. And this is what is impacting you, my dear, negatively, quite negatively. Okay? So, go ahead, my girl. Be who you are. And just start with one small thing. That's all you need to do. Start with one small thing and you will see. Because that one small thing, Sandra, is going to impact everything else, and it's going to begin a domino effect. I have to warn you, you are going to have to wait for you're going to have to expect the fallout. Because, as I said earlier, people don't like change. People don't like other people to change. They want everyone to stay as they are because the other people want to be and feel comfortable in their discomfort. And you, when you begin to take steps to align yourself with who you are inside, you're going to make people feel uncomfortable. Just remember, that has nothing to do with you, Sandra Chamberlain. It's all on them. Okay? All right. Okay, so who's next? I don't see anybody else. But I'm good. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about for myself? Um, this has been a hell of a journey, and I finally understand why I still feel stuck in that place where they are unable to appreciate me. Because for instance, when I cook, and I mean I create some fantastic things, I don't eat it. I don't eat it. It's not my kind of food. And basically, when I am cooking, I don't have any appetite. Maybe because I'm cooking. And when I do other things, because I do tons of other stuff in addition to um, other administrative things. I created a garden for them and that sort of stuff. Um, but they are all taking it for granted and expecting me to take care of it for them. But I have begun pulling back. So why am I still there? Well, it's because the bottom line is I don't have the money to move to get my own place. Why is that? Because I still have, apparently, some issues with self-belief, belief in myself and my abilities. That's the way it is for now. And of course, then I beat myself up because I'm still there, because I really don't like the people. I gotta be truthful about it. I really don't like them. They are too manipulative. Being drug addicts, I understand that's part of it, whether it's crack, methamphetamines, alcohol, etc. But I don't like them in general. Too manipulative and far too selfish. And I am not selfish at all. However, I do have to make sure and guard my own energy and help them as I could, because I conduct meditations for them, which they all have said is helping them. It makes them feel calm. I do it once a week, and I don't even know where the skill came from. So it is a skill. Um, I know it's time to move on. So hopefully, whatever I'm doing is going to help me move on. All right. So I don't see any other questions. I don't see anyone else. So people, in that case, I am going to sign off. This is your friendly, intuitive catalyst conduit, ending her free Friday readings. Okay? Ciao.